Paul Mahoney named interim president at University of Virginia after high-profile resignation. An unexpected leadership shakeup is unfolding at the University of Virginia, exposing deep tensions and raising critical questions about influence and transparency. After former President James E. Ryan stepped down amid intense pressure from the Trump administration, the university's board has now appointed Paul G. Mahoney, a seasoned law professor, as interim president. But here's where it gets controversial. This change comes in the midst of a Justice Department probe into the university's admissions policies, focusing on alleged racial preferences and the contentious issue of diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI initiatives that some claim have not been fully dismantled. The University of Virginia's governing board convened Monday to determine who would steer the institution through this turbulent period. Charlottesville's flagship university has been under a federal microscope as officials scrutinize admissions practices and question the administration's commitments to DEI efforts. Ryan's resignation in June, which he described as a move to avoid a direct confrontation with federal authorities, has sparked debate about the true role and transparency of the board in his departure. Some wonder if he was pushed out behind closed doors. Adding fuel to the fire, State Senator R. Craig Deeds, who represents the Charlottesville district, has demanded clarity. In a letter to the board on Friday, he posed nearly 50 questions concerning their communications with outside lawyers, interactions with both state and federal officials, and details surrounding Ryan's exit. As Deeds pointed out, the people of Virginia deserve to know whether political interference, external pressure, and/or secret deliberations influenced the resignation of the university's president. This demand underscores growing public concern about the intersection of politics and academic leadership. After more than 2 hours of private deliberations on Monday, the board announced Mahoney's appointment, with him set to take office on August 11th. Expressing humility and commitment, Mahoney said, "I am honored and humbled to serve as the interim president of the University of Virginia, and to support the extraordinary students, faculty, staff, alumni, and parents who make this institution great." His message conveyed a deep sense of loyalty and dedication to UVA's core missions in education, research, and patient care. Mahoney brings decades of experience to the role, having been a member of the faculty since 1990. He served as dean of UVA's law school from 2008 to 2016, a time marked by the challenges of the 2008 financial crisis. Current UVA Law Dean Leslie Kendrick praised Mahoney's leadership during this difficult period, highlighting his calm and steady approach. His expertise lies in law, with special attention to economic development, corporate finance, securities regulation, financial derivatives, and contracts. Interestingly, Mahoney is described as a conservative scholar, known for his critical views on securities regulation, a stance that could spark debate within the university community, especially at a time when leadership is under such scrutiny. Before his academic career, Mahoney clerked for two very different judicial figures: the conservative Judge Ralph K. Winter, Jr. of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit and the liberal Justice Thurgood Marshall of the U.S. Supreme Court. This blend of experiences gives him a unique perspective on law and governance. Carl Tobias, a law professor at the University of Richmond, noted, "I think he has the gravitas and judgment to navigate this difficult time for the university," reflecting a cautiously optimistic view held by some legal academics. Leading up to the decision, university board members held multiple listening sessions where faculty, students, and staff voiced their desire for a leader who could stabilize the institution, rebuild trust, defend academic freedom, and protect research and teaching integrity. Rachel Sheridan, the board rector, underscored that the selection process took these community priorities seriously, emphasizing that Mahoney's deep ties and extensive accomplishments within UVA made him the right person to guide the university forward during this uncertain chapter. She also revealed that the university received a staggering 599 nominations for 143 prospective presidential candidates within a 10-day period, signaling a highly competitive search environment. However, it remains unclear how many of those recommendations were for Mahoney himself. Looking ahead, the board has formed a 28-member search committee tasked with finding a permanent president. The full search is expected to commence in late August or early September and could take 4 to 6 months to conclude. Now, here's the part most people miss. While Mahoney's appointment brings familiarity and experience, his conservative legal background and the circumstances of the resignation raise provocative questions. Can UVA truly chart a course independent of political pressures? Will the university's commitment to diversity and inclusion withstand these trials? And what does this mean for other institutions caught at the crossroads of federal scrutiny and academic autonomy? It's time to ask. Do you believe the University of Virginia's leadership change is a step toward restoring stability and trust? Or does it reveal deeper issues about political interference in higher education? Share your thoughts below. This story is far from over. UVA appoints Interim President Paul Mahoney. Community reactions, future search. Change is often met with mixed emotions, especially when it comes to leadership transitions at prestigious institutions. At the University of Virginia, UVA, a new chapter begins as the community reacts to the appointment of an interim president, a decision that has sparked both relief and lingering questions. But here's where it's controversial. While some see this as a step towards stability, others are calling for greater transparency in how the selection was made. Will the process satisfy everyone? That remains to be seen. On Monday morning, during a special meeting held by UVA's Board of Visitors, Paul Mahoney, a distinguished professor at UVA Law School and its former dean, was named interim president. With over 3 decades of service to the university under his belt, including his tenure as dean from 2008 to 2016, Mahoney steps into this role on August 11th, succeeding acting president J.J. Wagner Davis. The announcement came after approximately 2 hours of closed-door discussions among board members, though no public explanation was provided during the session regarding their rationale for choosing him. In a heartfelt statement, Mahoney expressed gratitude for being entrusted with this responsibility, emphasizing his commitment to upholding UVA's core values. "I am honored and humbled to serve as the interim president of the University of Virginia," he wrote. "This institution thrives because of its extraordinary students, faculty, staff, alumni, and parents, and I look forward to supporting their efforts." He also acknowledged the importance of shared governance, academic freedom, and student self-governance, principles central to UVA's identity. Board Rector Rachel Sheridan later elaborated on the reasoning behind Mahoney's appointment. She highlighted the feedback gathered through small group listening sessions and an online nomination portal that had been open from mid to late July. These insights were integral to identifying someone capable of guiding UVA through this transitional period. We are confident that Paul's deep ties to the university as a faculty member, dean, lawyer, professor, and public servant position him well to lead us forward, Sheridan stated. While many welcomed the clarity brought by separating the interim and permanent presidential searches, reactions varied across campus. Clay Dickerson, president of UVA Student Council, voiced cautious optimism about the decision. "I'm pleased that they announced an interim before launching the search for a permanent leader," he remarked. However, Dickerson admitted he'd like more details, specifically who else was considered and how Mahoney ranked among nominees. "It's less about who he is and more about what actions he takes," Dickerson added, signaling his readiness to collaborate. The same day, UVA disclosed statistics from the feedback collected via listening sessions and the online form. In just 10 days, the portal received 599 nominations for 143 individuals, a testament to the widespread interest in shaping the university's future. Catherine Lindquist, executive director of UVA's Executive Search Group, revealed that 5 candidates garnered 30 or more nominations each, but did not disclose their identities or confirm whether Mahoney was among them. This lack of transparency left some stakeholders, including Dickerson, wanting answers. Monday's meeting carried additional weight given recent tensions between the board and UVA's faculty senate. Earlier in July, the Senate passed a vote of no confidence in the board, following concerns about its handling of leadership matters. Jerry Seidman, chair of the faculty senate, responded to Mahoney's appointment with measured optimism, referencing the Senate's July resolution, which outlined criteria for an ideal interim leader, an academic with a proven track record of inclusivity, collaboration, and dedication to the university's mission. Seidman expressed hope that Mahoney's past achievements align with these expectations. However, not all voices within the faculty were reassured. Ian Mullins, a sociology professor and member of the faculty committee with United Campus Workers of Virginia, raised concerns about the absence of detailed information regarding how community input influenced the final choice. Many faculty members feel frustrated, Mullins explained. They believe the board needs to be more transparent about the decision-making process. Looking ahead, the board announced plans to initiate the search for UVA's 10th president in late August or early September, aiming to complete it within 4 to 6 months. Rector Sheridan assured stakeholders that the board is committed to ensuring stability, preserving critical resources like research grants and financial aid, and maintaining academic freedom. Yet, Mullins cautioned against rushing the timeline. Faculty, staff, and students want a slower, more inclusive process, he emphasized. Given the unique circumstances surrounding Jim Ryan's resignation, forced by external pressures, the stakes feel higher than ever. Indeed, the forced departure of a popular president raises profound questions about institutional autonomy and integrity. As UVA navigates this pivotal moment, one thing is clear: the road ahead will require careful balancing of tradition, transparency, and trust. What do you think? Should the board prioritize speed or thoroughness in finding Ryan's successor? Share your thoughts in the comments below.